Who can you rely on when the chips are down? Call on Mumfie when you need defending. Braver than a bulldog, brighter than a clown. Here comes Mumfie with the happy ending. With his faithful friend the Scarecrow, he's got dreams enough to share. So if you want adventure, this is where to start. If you need a hero who can play the part, the little pachyderm with the great big heart.
One sunny afternoon, Mumfie, Scarecrow, and Pinky were out straightening a fence post in Mumfie's backyard when all of a sudden they saw a very strange sight indeed.
Look, everyone!
Oh!
Youch.
They were all surprised to see their friend Mole.
Aha, just the special little elephant, Scarecrow, and flying pig I was looking for. Now let me see. Red 5 on the black 6.
This is why you wanted to see us?
Oh, no. The reason for my visit is... but first, would any of you like to see my latest card trick?
Oh, yes, please. I love card tricks.
Excellent. Select a card, any card.
As Scarecrow was the only one with fingers, he picked the card.
Now look at it.
It's the...
Don't tell me what it is.
Sorry.
Now, how did it go?
Excuse me, Mole. Your visit?
Of course. This year, I have graciously decided to have my famous annual tea party at your home, Mumfie.
Ooh, really?
Yes. Any questions? Splendid. See you at 4 o'clock sharp tomorrow. Cheerio.
Wait, Mole, you forgot to finish your trick.
But Mole was gone.
Oh, well.
A tea party? Why is Mole having a party to celebrate only one letter of the alphabet? Why not X, or Q, or Z?
Or my personal favorite, W.
Now we have much to plan.
Mumfie, are you sure you want to have this tea party? What if Mole is playing a trick?
Oh, no, Scarecrow. You can tell by the way he speaks that Mole's a very proper gentleman.
I'm not so sure. A real proper gentleman wouldn't have presumed to use your cottage without asking permission first.
But he did, sort of. I've never had a tea party before.
My guess is that everyone drinks, tea.
But how do you behave at one?
You mean like rules?
Rules? Oh, I know just the person to teach us all about tea parties. Bristle.
I was afraid you'd say that. We'd better be on our way.
Yes, there's no time to lose.
And with that, they were off to visit Bristle at the Queen of Night's palace.
A tea party? Oh, there are all sorts of rules one must obey when it comes to hosting or attending tea parties.
Why am I not surprised to hear this?
My, yes, tea parties are all about one thing, etiquette. And if one wants to make a good impression on Mole and his friends, one must behave properly, and to do that, one had better learn about good manners.
Which one?
He means all of us. Do you think you could teach us?
I very much doubt it, but I suppose it's my duty to give it a try.
Bristle immediately began to instruct Mumfie, Scarecrow, and Pinky on the rules of etiquette, first by teaching them good table manners.
To begin, remove the napkins from your heads and put them in your laps.
We thought they were hats.
That's what I surmised. Now you are corrected. Now, when... Ouch! Yes, what is it, Pinky?
I just...
An engine number on a plate on the leg. The next best place is to look for a...
Very tasty.
It certainly was.
That wasn't soup. It is your finger bowl. You clean your
Fingers.
Oh, well, then you clean whatever needs cleaning.
Could I wash my ears with it?
No. Now, on with the lessons.
May I have another sandwich?
No. May I please have another sandwich?
Do you always have to say please?
A proper gentleman or proper lady always says please and thank you. No slurping. Ouch! Very good. Next, we will study diction. Now, repeat after me.
After me.
No, I mean, shush. Do you understand? Repeat only after I nod that it's all right to do so. Understood? Very well then. The sleet in Crete lays neatly on the street.
The sleet in Crete lays neatly on the street. Then they learned how to carry themselves properly by walking with books balanced on their heads, and how to bow in a deep and proper manner. Whoa! Look out!
Oh! How do you do?
How do you do?
Toodaloo, thank you for letting us visit with you.
Toodaloo. Thank you for letting us visit with you.
Made for baking, Mumfie, the special little elephant, and his friends, Scarecrow and Pinky, were whipping up a tasty treat for Bristle, who was coming to tea. 2 scoops? 3 scoops? 4 scoops?
The recipe says eggs, milk, sugar, flour, but no Pinky.
Baking is fun, unless you're the one being baked. Sorry, Pinky.
Mumfie, I think Mrs. Admiral gave you the wrong rock cake recipe.
Why?
It doesn't mention any rocks.
Rock cakes aren't made with rocks.
Then why are they called rock cakes?
Mumfie was clearly stumped by that question, but luckily he didn't need to answer, because the first batch were ready to come out of the oven. They're done.
Now I know why they call them rock cakes.
Why?
Because they're as heavy as rocks.
Don't they smell wonderful? And just as Mumfie said those words, there was a knock at the door.
On time as usual. Rule number 1422. A guest should never be late, especially at tea time. Although it looks more like bath time.
I suppose we do look a little messy.
But not as messy as Mumfie's kitchen.
We can clean that up later. Let's eat first.
I'm sorry. You know the rules. Rule number 1135. Never eat until it's neat.
That doesn't sound like a very fun rule to me.
Soon the kitchen was neat and tidy, and Bristle pronounced it officially tea time. And they all enjoyed the freshly baked cakes until they couldn't eat another bite. Care for another rock cake, Scarecrow?
Oh no, thank you, Mumfie. Even my stuffing's stuffed. Hello?
Admiral, what a wonderful surprise. Won't you join us for tea and rock cakes?
I'd love some tea. And rock cakes? Why, I haven't eaten a rock cake in over a month.
Then you must have one. Or even 2. Are they as good as Mrs. Admiral's?
We used her recipe.
I don't remember. All we eat are salads.
You mean no pies? No tarts? No scones? No cakes?
No cookies, no cupcakes, not so much as a plain flan. Why are you only eating salads? Mrs. Admiral is on a diet. Is the diet working? I've lost 10 pounds. Oh, but poor Mrs. Admiral, she's gained 10 pounds.
Maybe she found the weight you lost.
I wish we could help.
You have already, just by being good rock cakes. I mean, delicious friends. I'm so hungry I don't know what I mean.
No one could imagine going without any of Mrs. Admiral's tasty treats.
I might have a solution.
So Bristle told them his plan and asked them to bring Mrs. Admiral to the palace for tea. And so early the next day, Bristle was busy in the bottle room looking for a magic weight reduction potion for Mrs. Admiral.
Lightning potion. I know it's here somewhere. Oh! My mistake. That was a frightening potion. Oh, here it is. Lightening potion. Harmless yet uplifting.
It took a bit of convincing, but the Admiral was finally able to get Mrs. Admiral to go for tea at the palace.
Lovely day for a stroll to the palace. Look at all the lovely flowers and leaves.
They look like salad to me.
Well, there's a surprise. Look who's here, dear.
Surprises make me hungry.
You're in luck, Mrs. Admiral. My backpack's full of rock. Ow!
Yes, big heavy rocks. It's excellent exercise, right, Scarecrow? Mumfie didn't want Mrs. Admiral to know they had packed the leftover rock cakes. It wasn't kind to tempt someone on a diet.
And exercise is good for losing weight, my dear.
Is it? Why didn't you say so? Well, let me off then.
Mrs. Admiral took off at such a clip that Mumfie was a little sorry he had mentioned anything about exercise.
Need to sit down.
Right on time for tea and cookies. Don't worry about the diet, Mrs. Admiral.
Admiral, how could you? You told our friends about my diet.
Only because I love you, and I wanted to help.
The Admiral was also going to mention that he was very, very hungry, but he thought twice and left it at that.
I wonder if all the walking made anybody else as hungry as me. Oops. A bit soggy, but it tastes fine.
I found this potion for you, Mrs. Admiral. It's guaranteed to make you lighter.
Really? Are you sure it will work?
Yes, says right on the label, guaranteed to be uplifting.
Well, I suppose there's no harm.
Mind if I have one? That walk's made me a bit peckish.
Mumfie?
Thank you. I've walked at least 2 cookies worth.
Scarecrow?
To be honest, I've already had one.
They seem to have a rather strange taste. Does anybody notice anything odd?
No, nothing odd at all.
Unless you consider floating odd.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
What's happening?
Oh, this is very strange. Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. The potion isn't for making you lighter. It's to make you lighter than air.
But only Mrs. Admiral drank it, didn't she?
Yes, but you ate some. I accidentally spilled the bottle on the cookies, and we all ate them. I'm sorry.
Well, I have heard of a light snack, but I didn't expect this.
Yes, but it is rather fun.
And I really do feel lighter. Now, just tell us how to get down.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
This is starting to not be as much fun. What if we never get down? What if we're stuck up here forever?
Mumfie was hoping somebody would come up with an idea. But nobody did. I think I see an answer, but it's way down there. Oh, I wish Pinky was...
Hello, Mumfie. When did you learn to fly?
Pinky, we need your help. Can you bring that garden hose up here for all of us to grab onto?
Can pigs fly?
Everyone take hold of the hose. At least now we won't float away.
But how are we going to get down?
Remember those extra rock cakes we made yesterday?
Of course I do. They were yummy.
Oh, they certainly were. Excellent. Although not as good as yours, dear.
There's some in the knapsack down there. Maybe you could serve them to us.
Up here?
Here is where we are.
I'm not sure now is the time to be thinking about food.
Now is the perfect time to eat a rock cake, Scarecrow.
Your idea worked, Mumfie. I'm not lighter than air anymore.
The rock cakes were so heavy that Scarecrow had no choice but to sink to the ground.
Land ho, Scarecrow.
There goes my diet.
Mumfie was delighted that his idea worked, and glad that he had brought along the leftover rock cakes.
This potion will wear off sooner or later.
Until then, the rock cakes should keep us stuck to the ground.
I'd better make another batch, just in case. Bristle, take me to the kitchen.
Mrs. Admiral's making rock cakes. You know what that means.
It's almost tea time.
Better. It's not salad time.